Hey you guys, Eddie at Fliptronics. I've got the Nexus 5 versus the iPhone 5C. The first thing I wanted to get into on these phones is the design. The iPhone 5C's got the plastic back to it and everything, with the different colors, but the Nexus 5's design is just really sleek. I just feel like it's a lot better overall. It, also has like a plastic back to it, but I just think it's a much cooler design than the iPhone 5C, mainly because they didn't really do too much different to it from the iPhone 5 and 5S other than the back. So design, definitely going to go to the Nexus 5. As far as, weight of these phones, the Nexus 5 weighs about 4.6 ounces, while the iPhone 5C weighs basically the same, about 4.66 or something like that. So even though the Nexus 5 is quite larger than the iPhone 5C, they're going to weigh about the same. So as far as displays on these phones, the Nexus 5's got a 5-inch display compared to the 4-inch display of the iPhone 5C. Resolution, the Nexus 5 is 1080 by 1920 pixels compared to the 640 by 1136 pixels of the iPhone 5C. So you're just going to get a better overall picture on the Nexus 5. It's going to look a lot sharper, especially watching videos and doing other things. It's just going to be overall better. So the Nexus 5 definitely has it there. Camera wise, the Nexus 5's got an 8 megapixel back camera with a 1.3 front facing camera, and the iPhone 5C's got an 8 megapixel back camera with a 1.2 front facing camera. So gonna be a tie there. Slightly leaning towards the iPhone 5C's camera. I've used both of these, and definitely for some reason the quality on the iPhone 5C just seems to be a little crisper than the Nexus 5's, even though it's the same thing basically, as far as specs. But camera wise, I'm going to say the iPhone 5C's got it. Hardware, however, we're going to see a huge difference here. The Nexus 5's got a Qualcomm Snapdragon quad-core processor, 2260 megahertz, compared to the Apple A6 1300 megahertz processor. So basically, the Nexus 5 is going to be a lot faster than the iPhone 5C. I've used both of these phones, for quite a bit, and playing games and apps and stuff on the Nexus 5 is going to be a lot better than on the iPhone 5C. Even though iTunes has so many more apps that come out first, before the Nexus 5. Android's definitely been gearing up, and I feel like it's just kind of becoming neck and neck with the two as far as apps, but it's going to be a lot more enjoyable playing any kind of apps or using any kind of apps on the Nexus 5, especially browsing the internet too. Like I said, watching videos or anything, it's going to be a lot better, especially with the bigger screen. Battery life, Nexus 5 is going to be taking this one as well. It gets about 17 hours talk time compared to the iPhone 5C's 10 hours. The Nexus 5's got a 2300 mAh built-in battery, non-removable, and the iPhone 5C's got a 1507 mAh battery that's also non-removable. But it comes down to overall preference. I mean, if you like iOS, you're gonna continue sticking with that. The Nexus 5 is definitely a lot more affordable than the iPhone 5C, and it's really just a quality product. I mean, if you've been using an iPhone 5C or an iPhone 5, maybe it's time to give the Nexus 5 a try. Anyways, it's definitely going to be winning this versus. The Nexus 5 is definitely a really awesome phone, so it's going to be the winner. Anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more, and be sure to subscribe to our channel.